In every family, love is meant to be shared equally. But in some homes, one child shines brighter in a parent's eyes. In this quiet house lived a mother and her two daughters, Clara, the elder daughter, and Tina, the younger one. Every morning, the kitchen filled with the smell of breakfast. Their mother smiled warmly as she served Tina pancakes, placing them carefully on her plate. Clara sat quietly at the table, eating slowly, watching the warmth her sister received. Her mother hardly noticed. As the day began, the mother packed Tina's lunch with extra care, notes tucked inside, a favorite snack. Clara's lunch was plain, hurriedly prepared. Tina hugged her mother tightly, a bright smile on her face. Clara quietly left for school, feeling invisible in her own home. Walking to school, laughter echoed down the quiet street. The mother held Tina's hand, chatting and teasing. Behind them, Clara trailed, her footsteps quiet, a shadow of the love she so desperately sought. Neighbors whispered, relatives watched. "She favors Tina too much," they said softly. Yet the mother, blinded by affection, dismissed every gentle warning. Love, it seemed, could be blind and sometimes cruel. At school, Clara poured her heart into an art project. She worked on it for days, hoping that this time her mother would finally notice her efforts. When the results were announced, Clara's name echoed across the school hall. She had won first place. Her classmates cheered, and her teacher proudly handed her the certificate. Clara held the award tightly, her heart filled with excitement. For the first time in a long while, she imagined her mother smiling proudly at her. She couldn't wait to go home and show it to her. One afternoon, Clara waited patiently at the school gate. The sun slowly began to set, and one by one, the other children were picked up by their parents. Clara sat quietly on a wooden bench, clutching her school bag, watching every passing car with hope in her eyes. But the person she waited for never came. At home, Clara's mother was busy laughing and chatting with Tina, helping her with homework and preparing her favorite snack. In the warmth of the living room, Clara had completely slipped from her mother's mind. Hours passed before the school security guard approached the lonely girl. "Isn't anyone coming for you?" he asked gently. Clara forced a small smile and shook her head. Finally, a teacher called Clara's mother. When the phone rang, the mother froze in shock. She had forgotten her own daughter. Rushing to the school in panic, she found Clara sitting alone in the dim evening light. Clara stood up slowly when she saw her, but instead of anger, there was only quiet disappointment in her eyes. Tina, who had come along, barely reacted. She simply looked at Clara and turned back to her phone, uninterested. In that moment, Clara realized something painful. In her own home, she was invisible. That night, Clara sat quietly in her room, staring at the certificate she once felt proud of. The excitement she felt earlier had completely disappeared. She wondered if anything she did would ever be enough for her mother to see her. Outside her room, Tina laughed loudly while talking with their mother. Their voices echoed through the hallway. Clara slowly placed the certificate inside her drawer and closed it. Just like her feelings, it would remain unseen. In the days that followed, their mother began to notice small changes. Clara spoke less. She smiled less. At the dinner table, Clara barely looked up. For the first time, the mother began to wonder if something was wrong. A few weeks later, the school held a large exhibition. Students displayed their best work for parents to see. Clara's artwork stood proudly at the center of the hall. As visitors admired it, the mother finally saw what Clara had created. The beauty and emotion in the painting stunned her. She realized how talented her daughter truly was. For the first time, she clapped proudly for Clara. Clara looked up in surprise. It was the first time she had ever seen her mother applaud her. That night, the mother sat with both daughters in the living room. Her hands trembled slightly. "I have made a mistake," she said softly. Tears filled her eyes. "I loved one of you more than the other, and that was wrong." She looked at Clara. "I'm sorry." For a moment, the room was silent. Then Clara slowly nodded. In the days that followed, things slowly began to change. Their mother spent time with both daughters. They cooked together. They studied together. They laughed together. Little by little, the distance between them began to fade. Love, when shared equally, has the power to heal even the deepest wounds. Clara and Tina grew closer as sisters, and their mother finally learned the most important lesson of all. A parent's love should never choose one child over another.
Hey everyone, welcome back. If you're new, hit the like button and subscribe. Drop a comment below.